Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a Sephora haul for you, my favorite kind of video to film, and the whole process is my favorite kind of thing to do. I love shopping at Sephora. So this particular haul is from Disney Springs in Orlando. So here recently my husband and I went to Disney World. We try to get there as often as we can, often being like maybe once a year. And so I knew that this time, I had never really purchased anything at that Sephora, and I knew this time I wanted to do a little bit of a haul to add to the Disney magic of the Disney vacation. And so I did just that. I grabbed some things that were on my loves list. I grabbed something that was a little unexpected, and I'm going to share that with you. So if you're interested in seeing what I picked up at the Disney Springs location, then just keep on watching. All right, y'all, so I've kind of got a little bit of mix of several things in here. So several things that won't require swatches because of what they are. So let's just go ahead and start with the Ciate Watermelon Burst Hydrating Primer. This has been on my loves list for a while, and I don't know why. There's something about it that was just really drawing me in. The fact that, I don't know, it looks like a really yummy drink. I don't even know how to describe it to you, but it's really interesting. It's got these little, like, almost like watermelon seeds. They're like bursts of hydration. It is a hydrating primer. I used it for the first time today, and it is incredibly liquidy, hydrating, like, more than anything. I love the smell. It smells like watermelon candy, and not any kind of watermelon candy, because I hate Jolly Rancher in the watermelon flavor. This is just like a, I don't know, maybe a watermelon drink. It smells so good. And I, like I said, had been wanting to pick this up for a while, and I figured now was the time to do it. I just noticed on the box it says encapsulated watermelon extract and brightening active. So I guess that's what those little bubbles in there are. But so far so good. Again, I've only tried it once, but that was one of the things I picked up while I was there. The next thing I picked up, it was the last one on the shelf, and it was on my loves list. I don't think they carry Cover FX at that location. I noticed there's a few brands that, like, Milk makeup is not carried at that location. Anyways, so I ended up going with this one. Now, not a fan of the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. It's a little too drying for me. However, I really have been wanting to try the Glow powder. So, Cover FX has also come out with one, but I have read on several reviews that it's a little too, the light is a little too deep. And so it kind of solved my decision making right then and there when they didn't even have the brand. So I did pick up the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder Glow. When I swatched it, it looked like it would be a lot less, it felt like it would be a lot less drying, and this has such a sheen. I am so excited to use this. I have not yet used it. It still has the little plastic on it. But if you are familiar with my channel, you know that I've said that, like, when you pick the last item off the shelf, you're like, yes, I got the last one. It's so satisfying, even though they may very well have more in their bottom drawer. But anyways, I did pick this one up and am excited to use it. So that was part of this purchase. Next up, I picked up a Farsali product. This is the Liquid Glass Radiance Make Skin Serum with Hyaluronic Acid. I have heard so many people talk about this, and when I put it on the back of my hand, I'm like, gosh, it feels so good. It feels like it would have that very moisturizing yet tacky consistency to really make a good makeup primer, foundation primer. It says, use as a radiating skin serum or as a primer before makeup application, may be applied prior to, mixed with, or layered on top of skincare or makeup for a luminous finish. So that's kind of exciting as well. You kind of have different methods, different ways to make it work, and serums are usually pretty, it's pretty, how can I say it? Like, you're supposed to use a serum, I think it's before your hydrating whatever, your lotion, whatever it is, because serum can't get through that barrier, and then I think oils are able to get through. That's what I've heard. Maybe I have it backwards. Correct me if I'm wrong. But this one apparently is definitely multifunctional. This is what it looks like. It's nothing you haven't seen before, but I'm excited to use this and see what it's like. I have been, ever since the spring sale at Sephora, I have been on a skincare kick because I have found so many things that have worked very, very well for my skin that have just been great purchases, and I'm hoping this is one of those things. Next up, I did pick up the Stay Naked Concealer by Urban Decay. I am absolutely in love with the foundation, and so I knew that the concealer was something I eventually wanted to pick up. So it's been on my loves list for a while. I was also really, really intrigued by the applicator. It's almost like a little curved, it's like a foot. And so I purchased mine in the shade 30NN. It is the same shade in which I have the foundation, but it's almost like the concealer is lighter. However, I am not wearing the foundation today. I am wearing the concealer. I'm wearing the Fenty Hydrating Foundation today. But anyways, so did pick up this concealer. Love the packaging. And then again, oh, there's like a little lint. I hate it when that happens. The little applicator is very intriguing. Not like I needed another concealer, quite frankly, because I just picked up that CoverGirl concealer that I love so, so much. But yeah, I think I'm really going to end up liking this. It worked really well for first impression this morning when I did my makeup, and it blended out really nicely. Like I said, a hint light for me, but it's not, it looks fine now. So definitely going to be putting this to more use. Anyways, just read the little quote in the inside of this packaging. I won't re-quote it. Anyways, so a couple other things. I was running low on lash glue when we got to Disney World, and I didn't want to run out. A couple of reasons. One, because I do falsies when I'm at Disney. So let me backtrack. I am a Disney geek. I love going to Disney World. It is literally my favorite place to vacation. And I love the pictures you can get from Disney, just all of the magical moments that you can capture. So I always do my makeup prior to going to the parks, even if it means I have to wake up a little bit earlier than my husband, which it has always meant that. So it takes a little more out of you because you have to get up even if you've had a late night before, but pictures come out so good. Anyways, so now, like I've told y'all, with this whole jewel trend, I had taken some of the orange and yellow ones because we went during Halloween festivities, and so I knew that I also needed lash glue for that. So I picked this up, didn't end up needing to use it. That was a whole long disclaimer before this product. Sorry about that. It's the House of Lashes glue in clear white. And quite frankly, I've only ever heard amazing things about this. I've heard that this is locked. You're locking in your lashes when you put this on, and it's got a very, like, I don't know, holographic, pearlescent type of look to it. It's very, very pretty. Anyways, we'll see how this works. I am ride or die for my Kiss lash glue with aloe, but we'll see how this goes when we start using it. I have not used it yet. The next product is something I had mentioned recently that I was really liking, and that Sephora and Ulta have already sold out of this on their websites. Well, they had this in store, and it is the Anastasia Eye Primer. I love it because of the white base that it is. It kind of eliminates if you have to use primer and then, I mean, you technically don't have to use primer, and then the NYX Milk Eye Crayon. I do. And this is going to eliminate that step for me, especially when I use things like neon shades or shades that I really want to stand out. I have heard things about the packaging and the way it kind of explodes all over the place, so I'm going to try and be extra careful with this. Maybe try to like sit it up upside down so that the product goes down. I'm not sure. We're going to see. Plus, it's been traveling in an airplane, so I think it's extra pressure in there. So we'll find out. But anyways, they had this in stock at the Disney Springs location, and I thought now's my time to pick it up. If I don't, I may regret it. So the next item is something that has also been on my loves list for a while, ever since the spring sale, because I picked up the gold one then, and I kind of regretted not having picked this one up instead. This is the Artist Couture Diamond Lights Finisher in Diamond Bronze. Now, The thing about the gold is that I think you can pull like double duty with it. You can use it as a highlighter topper. You can use it as an eyeshadow. This obviously would just be an eyeshadow for me, but it is so, so pretty. Again, I don't know why I didn't pick this one up first during the spring sale. I don't know, yeah, anyways. So this is what it looks like. You've seen these before, nothing new, but it is the bronze version. Very sparkly. The pigment is very, very nice. It's not very sparse like the gold one is. This one is definitely more bronze pigment along with a ton of sparkle. The last thing I picked up, and then I've got a couple of things that I had placed an order for before we left on our trip, but I caved on this, you guys. I was not going to pick this up along with a couple other things I'm going to show you, but you know, I was sucked in by the fact that it had those gel-based glitters, and it is the Tarte Winter Wonderglam Luxe Eye Palette. So I'm actually really happy I picked this up. Once I was in store and I swatched it, let me backtrack a little bit. When we had our Sephora event, these weren't really out for testers, like to be able to swatch and test, but I kind of had already made up my mind I wasn't going to pick it up. Well, this store had it out to swatch and test. Not only that, in addition to that, I had already seen a couple of videos of people using this, and I realized it had those glitters in here. The ones from like the gosh, what palette is it with the little turtle on it, and it's got a few of those glitters, and I ended up loving those. And so anyways, so I swatched the glitters, and then I swatched a couple of the metallics, and I was like, yeah, I think I need this. I think this needs to come home with me. I hope I don't regret that decision, because I had already made up my mind that I wasn't going to pick some stuff up from the holiday sets just because of similarity and quality, that kind of thing. But I sure did pick this one up. So anyways, it's just as everyone has said, it's not as bulky. I wouldn't say it's super travel friendly. It is still bulky. But the beautiful part of this is like this, the outer portion is almost like a, it looks kind of rose gold to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm seeing it differently. It's kind of like a champagne / rose gold. Anyways, and then it just really is beautiful when it comes to these glitters. I am very excited to use them. I have not yet used them. Now, I have heard that these mattes are very light compared to what you get in normal Tarte palettes. I have gotten to where I'm not as much of a fan of Tarte shadows as I used to be. It's hit or miss for me at this point. And so, ooh, very, very soft though. So here's a couple of the mattes. And then again, I was just overtaken by these glitters. Now, at this point, I think I already have a lot of glitters, especially like that Violet Voss Best Life palette. That is amazing. It's got like 7 glitters. So at this point, it's not like it's a whole lot of new, but I do remember loving, I know I love these glitters that are suspended in this formula because you don't have to use a glitter glue. I've seen some people still using it. I think that's totally fine. But for me, with these, I end up not using a glitter glue. So I did pick this up, you know, I did also say that like if I end up picking these up and I end up having to say, these were great products, I don't mind eating my words when it comes to that. So that's that. Now let me show you a couple other things. That takes care of what I purchased at Disney Springs. Hang on. I've got a couple of sets. So right before I left, Too Faced did 20% off. I think they were having like their friends and family, but they also trickled it into Ulta and Sephora. So I placed an order on Sephora's website for 2 things. One is something that I already knew I wanted to get. The other, again, I wasn't going to pick up, but then I started seeing people's reviews and I'm like, well, shoot, now I feel like I kind of need to try it out. Anyways, so the Christmas Cookie House Party, and then the Let It Snow Girl, which you guys know if you've seen my video of, you know, do I want it or not, you know, new makeup releases, do I need it? This was one thing that was on my list to purchase just because it's like so cute. I am wearing it today. Eyes, face, like basically everything you could use out of this palette. I used it. Let me know if you're wanting to see, you know, like comparisons, videos, that kind of thing. I really haven't dove. I haven't gotten into this one quite yet, so I really don't have thoughts for you at this point as to, you know, which one. But I am wearing this one today. as of right now, and it's the first time I've used it, I've got a little bit of mixed reviews. But anyways, so I did pick both of those up, and we'll see how it goes, you know, as far as quality. It remains to be seen. The last product I also ordered right before we left because I didn't want it to sell out. And you can't see it in the background of this video, but at the top of this shelf, I've got the Anastasia Heart Glitter set that they did in February. And I can't even tell you not only how much I love it, but what a great value it was. Amazing. And the packaging is nothing like cheap. It's something I wanted to display. So when they released the Norvina 2 and 3 palettes, they also released a slew of new glitters. And I thought, well, if they release it in a set and it's a good enough deal, then I'm probably going to consider getting it. Well, sure enough, they did. And it is absolutely beautiful. This is something that I feel, for me, is worth the money because I can display it. It's very, very pretty, and it houses all my new glitters. Now, had I not been crazy about the shades of these glitters, I wouldn't have even bothered. But you guys, these are absolutely stunning. There's a lot of glitters in here I haven't seen before from anybody. And like I told you, now that I'm kind of getting a little bit more glitters and brands are coming out with better formulas and better ways to apply the glitter, it's like you start getting a little bit of similarity and a little bit of dupes. There's, again, some in here I don't have any kind of. So let me show you a couple of them. So one of them is Rally, and it's like a mossy green. So I'm hoping you can see that. I'm hoping it comes across. Let's see. Then we've got one called Keep Palm. So cute. Now these are made to coincide with those Norvina palettes. It was my understanding that these were supposed to be released around like festival time, like I guess Coachella, that kind of thing. I don't know when Coachella happens, but I think I had read when festivals start happening around March. But seems to be the story, the ongoing story, that Anastasia releases get leaked and then they end up having to release it. So I don't know. Sounds like this particular shade is Team No Sleep. Super, super cute. It's a purple holographic shade. This one is amazing. It's called Color Wave. It's also a green. I feel like it's very similar to, let's see, Rally. This one's a little bit brighter. It's not as mossy, but that's what that one looks like. Let's see, what other unique one do we have? Let's see, we've got Carnival, and this is a beautiful like orange type of shade with multi color flecks in there. So pretty. It comes with blue stars. The only thing about these sets is they always come with a glitter adhesive. So I literally now have this one, the one in the holiday or in the Valentine set, and then one that's open. And I honestly like the two-faced one better. But anyways, so that does come in here, but just really pretty. Here's one called Wavy, and it is like a gray purple. Just, again, shades I have never seen before in glitters, and so I did pick it up. And then there's a promotion where if you sign up for their text notifications, you get like something like 15% off. So I went ahead and signed up for it and got 15% off this set, which I was really happy about. But anyways, I did pick that up before we left on our trip. So that brings us to the end of this Disney Springs Sephora haul. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you found something that was a little bit interesting or intriguing. And yeah, I'm already excited and plotting the next Sephora haul. I'm just waiting to kind of recoup as far as budget goes. Yeah, there's a lot on my loves list right now, so we'll see about that. Alright my friends, that brings us to the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll consider giving it a thumbs up. That really does help me out, and it only takes a quick second. If you are new to my channel, I hope you'll consider subscribing. I'd love to have you as part of this YouTube family. Before I let you go, I just want to give you a very quick quote from my favorite devotional. It's called Wonder of the Cross devotional. It's part of the 1 Year series, and it's by Chris T. Green. I think it's pronounced T. Green. I've had this devotional for forever. But today's quote comes from Emmanuel Seward, I think is how you pronounce it. And it says, "To be a witness means to live in such a way that one's life would not make sense if God did not exist." And that is absolutely true. All right, my friends, thank you again for watching. Take care. I hope you're having a most wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.